Blood-derived stem cells, how and why they work. The technique to obtain blood stem cells is in our patent, accepted in USA, Europe, Australia, Asia, etc. And the clinical results of many veterinary pathologies have been published. But I am here today to tell you about the idea that has, through the synergism between regenerative medicine and quantum physics, projected medicine into the future. Einstein, father of modern physics that is today behind every branch of science except medicine, said, "A new way of thinking is essential if humanity wants to survive and reach higher levels." The new therapeutic idea is based on simple concepts. Millions of years ago, only single-cell organisms lived on the earth. Then they, to better themselves, decided to get together and form multi-cell organisms, whereby each cell was called upon to perform a specific task: digest, breathe, etc. Some of them, however, were tasked with organizing, informing, and guiding all the others in order to survive and be healthy. Who could play this role if not the stem cells, which are able to change into every cell type and build an entire organism? And where could these cells be, if not in the blood that reaches all the organs? And if under normal circumstances there were only a few of them, then the blood must be able to transform some of its cells into stem cells, if need be. By repeating this deprogramming process in a lab and re-injecting the obtained cells, could one improve the organism's organization? Could this mean curing incurable diseases, or better still, preventing them? The phantom DNA experiment proved my theory. Through appropriate techniques, a cylinder was emptied of its air, creating a vacuum. Scientists knew that particles, photons, would be left inside and used special equipment to trace them. They found that inside the container the photons were scattered randomly in a disorderly fashion. However, by putting just a single human cell inside, the photons lined up in an orderly fashion. The cell had an effect on quantum matter, of which the universe is made. Something else happened. The photons remained in an orderly fashion even after the cell was removed from the cylinder, without plunging back into chaos. One can presume that the cell reacts on the photons. Therefore, stem cells can organize the organism's other cells with both chemical physical signals that travel as centimeters per second and consume energy and more efficient and quicker energy signals. What signal would be the best for a cell community to transmit information? Obviously, energy. I thought of high-energy stem cells in the blood, particles and waves, matter and energy at the same time, not limiting them to bricks for rebuilding a wall, but elevating them to being orchestra directors that with a vibrational energy inform the complex network that governs all living beings with free will, that allows them to act consistently like a small pharmaceutical house that produces the right drug at the right time. Only the quantum theory explains how an injection of a few thousand blood stem cells has an effect on pathologies that involve millions of cells without a significant migration into the sick area, and why they work on the entire network that governs the organism, including the causes and the consequences of an illness. It explains why clinical symptoms and the state of health improve proportionally more than damaged organ. Imagine that the guiding melody of the human organism was a Strauss waltz. When stem cells with this vibrational capacity, but even more intense, enter the body, a small orchestra playing the waltz loudly, the sick cells that are out of tune, creating the illness, respond by resynchronizing themselves with the tune. In a pathological process, the less cells that are out of tune, better the result would be. For this reason, blood stem cells work better in prevention and the early stages of illness. In the case of serious pathologies, where the quality of stem cells obtained from the sick individual could be compromised, it is preferable to use the vibrational cell quality of a younger and healthier subject of the same species that is rich in good energy, able to play the correct melody well and to reorganize a confused orchestra. I consider this video to be the most important one of this channel because it witnesses how the synergism between regenerative medicine and quantum physics projects medicine into the future.